Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy, Drinks a Lot, and today's drink of choice. Oh, by the way, yeah, you turned into a lot, but tuned into, whatevs. Today's drink, Faygo, pineapple watermelon. I know what you're saying. That's sugar. It's Faygo, sugar, and I've been trying to stay away from a lot of sugars lately, but you got to review drinks. So, and I found a store that has a whole bunch of Faygos, so I might be doing a list of those. But today's drink of choice is pineapple watermelon. You're looking at 300 calories per bottle, 70 milligrams of sodium, which is not too bad, honestly, and 76 grams of sugars, 76 carbs, whereas those are from sugars, you know. So, yeah, that's like 99 cents. It's really awesome that there's like so much for so little. But let's give it a shot. And I can smell the pineapple and the watermelon. Definitely more the watermelon. It is that candy watermelon, but it's not as strong. And maybe it's just the pineapple, which is not very strong either. Normally in the vein of taste, pineapple trumps watermelon. And usually, right? Pineapple's got that citrus backing. The aftertaste that stays on the tongue, it's a stronger fruit flavor. I mean, when I've had pineapple drinks, just pineapple on their own, real pineapple, like pineapple, we've tasted those before, those straight up pineapple drinks, sorry, they've been very light, you know, they've been like, it's not a lot of taste. Or it tastes like the rind a little bit. Well, this is a candy watermelon, like you get from a Jolly Rancher or something. But it's very mute. But it's there. It's the main thing. And there's a little bit of pineapple there. Not to overpower the watermelon. Even though it's called pineapple watermelon, it's more watermelon pineapple. If you catch my drift. God, that little toot. He's still around. There's a white husky / German Shepherd mix or something that beautiful dog. Collar. I know that he's somebody's in the neighborhood, and I say neighborhood. I'm in rural Texas, so it's not like. I mean, it's. Okay, I am not a fan of people letting their dogs run around. Obviously in cities, you know, definitely not cool. You know, your dog could get hit, stuff like that. Same thing with out here in a rural area. You get hit, plus there are snakes, there are places where your dog could, you know, hurt itself. There are creek beds. It's raining right now. People might not see it. You know, they get that hit. Really, it's more like getting hit that's the problem. But he seems like a sweet dog. Very skittish because he doesn't know me. So I've never had a chance to like get up close to him. But I've driven past him and I've been like, dude, what are you doing? He looks at me and he's kind of like, what's up? You know. But then he runs off. So it's like I said, a little skittish. That's why I was thinking more of the husky. He has more of the. He's very kind of a thinner frame, but big. It's kind of a large version of a husky, a thin coated husky, not the larger coated ones you see, like Doctor and some of the others. If you happen to be on TikTok, hopefully Doctor. was not doing too well recently, so there's a shout out to Titan. yards on a lead line so that he can do his business. Sometimes I'll walk him. We kind of float off and on depending on weather and depending how early I wake up. But he gets some exercise, and then when I come home from work, I do the same thing. I either put him on lead or we go for a little bit of a walk, depending on weather. And just how freaking tired I am after work. But if he's on the lead line and I hear Gin just barking uncontrollably, I'll go outside, and usually that dog's out there. He's a pure white looking, looks like a white German Shepherd, short hair, and you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Get out of the yard. Quit pissing off my dog. Anyway, I just saw him as I was pulling out. I didn't see him. I guess he was in the woods, and then he came out because I saw him in the rearview mirror on my side, on the on the passenger side, but on my property side of the road. So it's like, and he doesn't look like let's say he's got a collar. He doesn't look like he's malnourished, So I don't know. Somebody's leading him out there, and I said I just worry about that because you've got people that come in and steal dogs in a rural area. There's a lot of people who, dogs go missing because they get stolen, or people will come in. And some of the things I like being further away from the road because you don't have people driving by and like looking into your yard because I'm further from the road, and they can't just go, and then they'll come up and then some people will give your dogs treats until they're not barking at them anymore or whatever, and then unhook them from the leash or whatever, and either steal them or just let them go. And then your dog is either chilling out where you're at, which sometimes dogs will chill out. They'll stay where they're at, and then some will chase cars going up and down the road, and you come home to something you don't want to. So I'm not a fan of people who, for one, I'm not a fan of people who just tie their dog up to a tree and then leave him there all day and all night and have no cover. If there were a doghouse, the problem I have with the doghouse and a lead line, or a tie down area, is that if you have a dog, the doghouse gets wrapped around with the chain, depending on how you've got it set up, also. But as long as there's a place where there's food and water and shelter, being outside's not a big deal for dogs. I mean, I would rather have my dog inside and house trained, but if there has to be, like I said, I have a kennel, and I let Gin in there, and he has a little doghouse, little area where it's covered, and he's got water, and he's got a food bowl, which normally, if I leave him outside during the day, when I bring him home, and when I come home, we go for a walk, and then he comes inside, he eats and drinks inside, but he has water outside. Mostly, the reason for not feeding him outside as much, one, I'm only gone during the day. As soon as I come home, he's a big dog, we eat once a day. And he gets a decent amount of food. And we'll try to get him set up on an eating schedule if I can. Secondly, animals and pests and whatever, if I feed him outside, there's a possibility of stuff getting in his food, which for some reason he's not a fan of. I don't understand it. The cats will do stuff like that. They'll put stuff in his food bowl, and then he won't eat out of the food bowl. So I have to pick like a piece of paper or like they once dragged a can. Somehow, like I said, falling out of the trash, I guess, to top of the trash can, or knocked it off the counter, and they scooped it onto the dog bowl, onto the food, and then he wouldn't eat. So I'd take that off, because I had come home. I poured it for him late that night. I'd eaten. He didn't eat at the time, which is that we were trying to get him to eat. I was trying to get him to eat at the same time as me. And sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't. But at least he has food. Normally he'll eat at night, or sometimes first thing in the morning, right before he goes out. I'll wake up and he'll be munching down. Well, in the morning he didn't, and I didn't think about it. And I put him out, and then I, left him back inside the house. So when I came home, like 9 hours later, guess what? I let him out, he did his business, and I noticed that the food is still there because there's a big red Coke can on it. Silly dog. Just move it out of the way. Get your food. But he's also not very happy with food if there's no sauce on it, if you know what I'm saying. Like, for example, if I've cooked any meat and I give him just dry food and I don't put any drippings or anything on it, he'll just stare at me while I eat. And then, like, maybe eat some of his, but really he's just kind of like, this kind of sucks. So normally I get like a couple spoonfuls of the, like the sauce from the meat or whatever, and just kind of drip it on it. Just take the pan and pour a little bit on. You literally have your own lane. I don't understand how that's a problem for you. But yeah, anyway. Having your dogs just run out and freedom, whatever, is nice. It'd be nice if people didn't hit your dogs or shoot them because they're in somebody else's yard or in somebody else's garden that's in a yard that doesn't have a fence. It's like any animal can just get in there and get into your stuff. But anyway, But yeah, anyway. Back to Faygo. Drink's doing pretty good. I like it, actually. It doesn't seem, it is sweet. Don't get me wrong. But I guess I don't see it as, I was actually expecting this to be like, whoo, yum, 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 yum. Very, yum, 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 yum. Yeah. Very, very sweet. And it's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be, really. It's still sweet. But I wasn't going to be like, oh my God. Oh, whew. So, not bad. Not bad Faygo. Pretty good. Honestly, I might drink this particular flavor again. This is actually not that bad. Let's see. I give it a 3 and a 7. I'm give it a 3 and a 7. I like this flavor. No funky aftertaste that makes me want to drink anything else or wash my mouth out. So that's not too bad. There is an aftertaste, but it's like negligible. It's morning, so I probably want to I don't want anything to I don't feel like I need anything else. But wouldn't mind actually putting some of that in some orange juice. That would be kind of nice. But I did have some orange juice earlier too. It doesn't contain any juice, so it's not like you mixing juices or whatever. But I would also like to see this get some ice, crush it up, or even on ice. Really, would be kind of nice. So yeah, but hey, that's it. Faygo's a pineapple watermelon, not bad at all. Way to go! All right, but as always, I am Sir Drinkslot, and I am wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. Hope you all have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.